Well, hey folks, Real Honesty with Joe Martins, my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 28 Night 6 event. It's funny, by 19, I'm just going to have to get 4 hands or whatever, get some paper hands and just say, yeah, it's all 19, you know, that and that. That being said, great action at Korakuen Hall tonight. Rocky Romero, Kevin Kelly did a great job on commentary, and this had 2 really great matches. Some other good stuff in the typical tag matches. I hyped up the A-block matches for Night 7, but B-block action took center stage in a fantastic main event that I will get to here in a bit. And just once again, thank you guys for making my New Japan reviews super popular for my channel. I really do appreciate it. It's nice to know that as fellow wrestling fans, you guys like what I have to say, and I love hearing from you guys, whether it's in the comments or whether it's on Twitter. Really do appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. Now, let's get on with it. Great hype package as ever. The video packages by New Japan are really well done. Language barrier means nothing because I can get the whole damn point. I'm like, okay, you know, this is the whole point. Here's what they're going to do and this kind of stuff. And here's why I should pay more attention to these guys, but why everybody in this tournament is truly the best of the best, whether they're young, whether they're older. Truly, this is a major Iron Man tournament. I mean, 19 days of action. By the time we get to August 12th, that's going to be great stuff. And I can't wait for the August 12th show. That's going to be tremendous. So, Ren Narita and Michael Elgin versus Sho and Yoshihashi. It was hype for Elgin versus Yoshihashi. It wasn't bad. Ren Narita is improving. Michael Elgin hit a couple power moves. And a bridging German by Sho pins Ren Narita. And there we go. Typical opening match. Certainly not bad. Certainly not bad. I hope Yoshihashi beats Michael Elgin tomorrow. He's probably not going to. Elgin's probably going to win. But hey, you know, it'd be pretty cool if Yoshihashi got his first victory by beating a big powerhouse like Michael Elgin. And then Bushi and Evil versus Bad Luck Fale and Tanga Loa. It was hyped for Evil versus Fale, which will be interesting. I don't know if Fale's just been selling the, you know, the knee targeting that people have done like Tanahashi and others in this tournament so far, or if he's actually dealing with a legit injury. He seems to be moving a lot slower. Now, it could just be the long tournament action. It could be the fact that, you know, sometimes, you know, you have little tweaks and this kind of stuff. I don't know if he's just selling or whatever it is. I know he's not the fastest guy. I'm not saying he's like super slow, but he seems to be moving with a bit of a limp. So hopefully he is okay, and hopefully maybe working these shorter matches can hide that, and he can maybe get some time off after the G1 if he is truly hurt. So you had a brawl among the bleachers. You had Evil and Fale, and then Tanga Loa and Bushi, or it was one of the variations. The bottom line is it was mainly a brawl, and I don't really think there was all that much, you know, tag teaming, or at least like tagging, stuff like that. And apparently, Tanga Loa's finisher is called Ape Shit. Okay, that's a bit weird, but whatever. I guess going ape shit, I guess it's what it is. I mean, that's what Rocky Romero called it, so alright, whatever. Bushi took the fall. I don't think there was any doubt that was going to happen. And it was okay. It was an okay okay second match. I mean, it was better than the opener because it didn't feature Michael Elgin, and it was some decent storytelling. At least everybody got in some good shots. And again, Fale versus Evil could be a pretty fun match tomorrow. And then Yo and Jay White versus Minoru Suzuki and El Desperado. The Switchblade with 6 points is going to run into Minoru Suzuki, who I don't care if he has 2 points or 6 points or no points. Switchblade may die tomorrow. He's not going to. It's going to be an interesting match for sure. I think Suzuki's going to beat him. I mean, even though Jay White has been on a roll, Suzuki winning would be the right call. But who knows? I mean, Suzuki at this point is so damn established. He doesn't need to win the G1, and he's not going to win the G1 this year. But Jay White taking a loss wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. He can still get, like, you know, a number of victories and really, really shine. But yeah, Jay White being a great heel here. I mean, you know, Yo having to do most of the work and everything, and Yo and El Desperado having some good, you know, some good trading back and forth, and then facing off against Suzuki, and shockingly, Yo managed to knock him down. Granted, Suzuki got really, really irritated really, really quick, and Jay White could have saved Yo from getting the Gotch pile driver. That didn't happen, and Suzuki got the victory and just staring him down. It's going to be very interesting tomorrow. I mean, I'm not opposed to either one getting a victory, but I think Suzuki will beat Jay White. Because Jay White at this point has just made a goddamn clean sweep. I mean, somebody's got to lose at some point, and it wouldn't hurt for it to be this early on in the tournament. Still, good match for what it was. And then Tanahashi and Finlay versus Hangman Page and Chase Owens. I mean, it was decent. It was decent. It wasn't bad. It wasn't anything special. But it did hype up Tanahashi and Hangman Page. Hangman Page, who even in defeat has been shining. And I think he'd be somebody to give up 5 victories in this thing. And if he does, it'd be great. Chase Owens was also there. Finlay took the fall. I don't think there was any doubt about that. There was some cool comedy, though, before that, where Tanahashi has air guitar and Hangman Page took it from him and handed it to Chase Owens, and they were like, oh wait, he really wants his air guitar. They hand it back to him, and then Tanahashi puts it on him, the air guitar, like he's going to wrestle with an air guitar. I mean, it's an air guitar, but still, he's going to wrestle with an air guitar, you know, strapped onto him. And then they did a fun spot where they were like, they caught each other's legs in the kick, and they were like, okay, wait, put it down. Tanahashi puts his down. Then, of course, Hangman Page decides to just be a heel. Of course he did. Still fun. It was fun for what it was, and rite of passage on Finlay. Hangman Page, I think, will beat Tanahashi tomorrow. And am I opposed to that? Absolutely not. Hangman is going to shine in this and a couple other G1s if they decide to have him in ones in 2019, 2020. He's a star they could build around for a number of years. It will take a while with him, but he could even taste gold sometime next year. It could be really, really interesting to see how Hangman Page develops. And then Hanare and Makabe versus Okada and Goto. Okada bringing out the phallic balloons again. This was hyping Makabe versus Okada, which should be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be great, and I think Okada is going to get the victory over Makabe, but, you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, make a little prediction here and there in these reviews sometimes, because some of these tag matches don't give us a ton to talk about beyond a couple, you know, fun moments. You know, and of course, Hanare did well. I think Hanare is a star, and I've said in previous reviews, King Kong dropped for the win. Goto takes the fall. Shocking that Goto takes the fall in a tag match. Like 99 out of 98 times he takes that. And it was what it was. Makabe got the win. Makabe versus Okada will certainly be interesting. And then B-block action. We begin with... It was a fun match, but it was a weak match compared to others. Now, not every match needs to be like 17, 20 to 25 minutes of pure action and great wrestling and all that stuff. Sometimes you can get a little comedy and a little fun, and it can be good. And it can be, you know, a nice little palate cleanser. But you had Yano versus Ibushi. You had each guy take off the turnbuckle protection, you know, from outside the ring, oddly enough. So, I mean, like, you had Yano doing his typical untying. Ibushi untied one. Some tape was brought out, and Ibushi's wrist got taped together, which was really odd. But he was still able to do a damn moonsault and still able to hit some chops. Ibushi is damn good. I mean, he is really damn good. Yano is also damn good. Yano is one exceptional athlete when he wants to be. I really did enjoy parts of this. Yano did manage to get the victory. Ref bump, low blow. Yano gets the roll up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yano gets his first 2 points. That's Ibushi's first, I believe, his first loss of the G1. I mean, Grant's only been a few days, but it was what it was. And then Sanada versus Sabre Jr. And oh, sweet Jesus, this is the kind of stuff I like. This was a little bit better than the New Japan Cup match. Just a little bit better. It was really, really enjoyable, though. Sanada was able to out-wrestle Sabre Jr. at points. Sabre Jr. was getting frustrated. He was hitting some good moves, too. Each guy had some great, great moments in this. But Sanada showing that he can wrestle, he can fly, he can do some great shit, and still have his hair look absolutely spectacular. This was great stuff. And Taka, of course, doing the great introduction for Zack Sabre Jr. as only he can. Really, this is one that's hard for me to describe. It's really just best that you go out and watch this one. I mean, obviously, if you're listening to the review, you more than likely have watched it. If you haven't, this is one I recommend you watch. There are like 3 matches out of this tournament, or out of this night particular, that I recommend you watch. This might be on my favorite matches of the year list because it was really damn good. And great reversal. Sanada managed to get a bridge for the win. And Sabre Jr. upset because somebody out-wrestled him. showed that Sanada learned from the first time that they faced off in the New Japan Cup. This was really damn good, like just damn good. And then Juice versus Naito, and another great match. Juice and Naito super over. Crowd was hot. Naito kept going after Juice's hand. Juice was selling it really, really well. I mean, I'm sure it is still hurting, but he was selling really, really well. Like, it's like every single blow hurt. Great sequences. Just great sequences. Juice kept fighting back, kept doing some great things. And Naito sweeping the leg, good old Karate Kid reference, and just some fantastic fucking work. Really fantastic fucking work. 2 Destinos, finally, you know, 1, 2, 3, and there we go. I mean, it was 1 Destino for 2, and then soon after it was another Destino for 3. It wasn't like he had 2 in a row just to do that. But Juice did shine. Now, I kind of wonder what they're doing with Juice. I mean, I know that it's obviously the handicap of his hand, but I'm wondering where they're going with this, because he's a U.S. champion. Did he want? I mean, it was nice that he beat Jay White. It was certainly great, and now it gives Jay White more of an edge, being the switchblade, pardon the pun. Now Jay White could possibly, you know, he's not going to run the table in the G1, but he gets a little more of an edge being upset because he tasted defeat. And now with Juice, they've had him lose 3 straight. Now, he's had really, really good showings, but you have to wonder, are they just telling the story with the whole thing with the hand? Is he going to lose every single match in the G1? I don't think so. I think he's probably going to win about 4 matches. I think he's primed to win another match, hopefully on night 8. This is really, really going to be a great, great tournament. I mean, I'm here for it, provided that I don't suddenly have a change of work, or, you know, provided that nothing bad happens to me. I'm going to be here, and hopefully nothing does. I will be here for every single review, except, and just really quickly for the July 30th one, again, for those that don't, for those that didn't hear in the review, or if you didn't quite catch it, I'm going to have to watch the first part and then go to work and then watch the second part when I get home. So that review will be up probably about 8 hours after the live show is done. So my apologies for that delay. But anyway, like I said, 2 Destinos for the win, and Naito gets the victory. Juice did have a really, really good showing. This was really, really good. It was a step below Sanada versus Sabre Jr., but it's hard to follow that one up. However, LIJ having a damn good showing tonight. And then Omega versus Tama Tonga, weakest of the matches. It wasn't going to be something where you were going to blow off this whole damn feud. There was no damn way, and that's nothing against either guy. But you had Fale, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa attack Kenny Omega, and then Chase Owens, Hangman Page came down. Even the odds, got Fale over the top. Omega doing a dive, nearly laying on his head. Thankfully, he's okay. And then, of course, you had interference later from Tonga Loa. Ended up being a DQ. Like they seem to be telling a story now where the referee Red Shoes has like been getting just pissed off with the Tongans because they don't seem to respect him. So now he's like, okay, well, I'm going to let some things go, but if you're going to piss me off, then you're going to be this way. I'm going to, you know, DQ you. And this is already the 3rd DQ of the G1 after only having 1 last year. Now, it is telling the story of the OG Bullet Club firing squad against the Golden Elite, or the Golden Elite Club, whatever you want to call them. And it's telling that story, and I get it. This wasn't bad. This wasn't bad, but just... it was a nice little teaser, I guess, for what we're going to get later. I mean, we're not going to get this during the tournament again, but later in the fall, you know, maybe in September, November, maybe even at Wrestle Kingdom, depending, we could see. Who knows? Omega might win the damn thing and pick his own opponent and say, I want to face Tama Tonga. Or he could face Naito. He could pick his opponent at that point. This is just a nice little way to, like, you know, continue the whole thing of, like, the feud. That's really the only reason this was. It was, I don't want to say it was a throwaway match, but it's a nice little teaser for what we're going to get later. Red Shoes does a DQ again, so Omega wins. He has 6 points. And then Ibushi comes and runs down and after Fale and Tonga Loa attack again. So Ibushi, Hangman Page, and Chase Owens come down. Good stuff. You know, like as far as run-ins and stuff like that. But the match is sort of throwaway, even though I got why they did what they did. They'll find better use for these guys, especially after the G1 is over. This feud is far from over, and it could be... They could do an 8-man tag or something like that, or a 6-man tag. It could be a great war. And then we have the main event. Goto versus Tomohiro Ishii, and oh my god, sweet Jesus, this is what a main event should be. I can only recommend that you guys go out and watch this. Hard-hitting, and just the moves they were hitting, the forearms, the headbutts, the sequences, the power moves, clotheslines, just great stuff. There's really no way to fully describe this match. You're going to have to go back and watch it. Sometimes matches that are this physical can't always be done great, but my god, this was just fan-fucking-tastic. Beautiful stalling brainbuster by Ishii off the ropes. That did not do anything but get a 2. Goto seemed like he was gonna have the match in hand. He almost got to GTR, did not quite. And then soon after, Ishii got the vertical drop brainbuster, 1, 2, 3. This needs to be over the never openweight title. Like, this feud needs to happen over the never openweight title either in September or something like that. If you could push this Wrestle Kingdom and have them have it on that big of a stage, do it, because it would be fan-fucking-tastic. I don't know if you can delay it that long, even with long-term storytelling that New Japan does, but my god, this was just great stuff. Ishii gets the victory. This was just really damn well done. It's just really hard to describe it otherwise. Like, this had 3. The tag matches were, I don't want to say throwaway, because they served a purpose in telling a story for the A-block matches tomorrow. But if you don't see those, you're not missing much. Except maybe the one with Jay White, Minoru Suzuki. That one had some good storytelling, because Jay White was just being a full-on heel. But the B-block matches, there were 3 that were really, really good. Every match served its purpose. It did. Even the Yano Ibushi one had some good storytelling and stuff like that. And Yano gained a victory, going back to his old ways, low blows and stuff like that. And Kenny Omega versus Tama Tonga did serve its purpose. Even if it seemed like they threw the match away, there was good storytelling. So anyway, that's what I gotta say. I will say, however, Goto versus Ishii is for sure on my favorite matches of the year list. I don't know if Juice versus Naito will be, but it was damn good. And Sanada versus Sabre Jr. will be on my favorite matches of the year list, at least for now. Now, we'll see what happens with the rest of G1. What do you guys think of the G1 so far? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe also. It's been Real Honesty with Jar Mifflin. I'll be back for Night 7. See you soon.